Okay, so back on the M120 here in my 97 S600. Got the intake manifold back in. I wish I could have shown you filming it, but it was a long process, and again, I don't have a GoPro or a computer to edit anything anyway, so I had to move this guy around a little bit to finagle it in there. All, let's see, 12 of the 14 bolts are back in. They're not torqued down yet. They're just in place. And I forgot when I took it out that the last two, which are back behind there, are impossible to get to without flipping the loom holder back up. So I've got to remove the cowl piece there so that I can unscrew the loom holder. I'm sure it's got a better, more proper name. And flip it back up so I can get down in there. And it'll also allow me to install this last little clip holder type thing. It's just a little piece of metal tab with a rubber on it, part on it, and it does like this one here. The rubber part slips into a little area in the bottom of the intake manifold, and then it screws down to the valve cover. So there's two on this side, and I've only got one on this side. I don't know if there's supposed to be a fourth one. I can't remember, but I didn't. It wasn't there, so it's either missing or there never was one. And then the only other bad part was as I was putting the EGR tubes back into the little coupler there that goes into the throttle body. This side went fine because it faces forward and I was able to watch everything. And from the factory, from what I can tell, this end of the coupler was actually glued. Oh yeah, there. This end of the coupler was glued to this metal pipe. So the only hose clamp would have actually been the one right there. But over time, or somebody worked on it, broke it or something, I don't know. Both sides had that on there. Had hose clamps on each side. Well, this throttle, I keep wanting to call it distributor, but it's not. It's a throttle body. Is like the mirror image of that one. So its tube is behind it, right there. That right there. And I had this on the distributor ready to go, and as I was trying to get the hose in there, I was having to do it by feel, and I felt let's see, there you go. I felt, yeah, there you go, it's on that side. There's one on each side. That crack, there's one over here too. It's a smaller one. So, and unfortunately, because you can't get just this part, just this little hose coupler by itself, you have to order that whole little piece, which there's two, one for each side, but even just that one side, which would mean I'd have to pull the intake manifold back out. It's like $126 or something like that, just for a little metal pipe with a couple of these on it. So not the best option, and I don't recommend it, but I'm going to put a little bit of JB Weld in there and inside the cracks too, and then put the little hose clamp back on it that I had and put it on the tube after I clean the tube up a little bit, and then put it back on the distributor and hope that holds for as long as I need it to. And then once I get those last two bolts back there, I'll torque them all down and route all the wiring and the hoses through. All the hoses go underneath the intake manifold, and part of the wiring does this part here that goes to the cam sensor, and this side of the intake, or the thermostat pipe there, and then you got the two map sensors here and another cam sensor there. So get all those routed under there. They route under each of these and then go through this little thing. There's a little cover that goes on top of each one of those. And then I got new air boxes are the same, but I've got new elbows that go from the air box, or the mass airflow sensor, to the throttle body. There we go. And because the ones I had appear to be original, and they're in poor condition. In fact, they actually both had the same part number, which they're not supposed to. This one's a little bit shorter from what I remember, And then this one over here, they had tried to epoxy the inside of it because I had some cracks in it, and it just wasn't holding up very well. So that'll be hopefully all in my next installment. And if I can, next time I'll try to film some while I'm actually doing it. But we'll see. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, just leave a comment.